What's up, guys? Logan here, and today I'm going to be going over my winter camping, survival, and hunting trip loadout. It'll be a 4-day and 3-night trip coming up here in just a few days in some pretty wild terrain and some pretty cold weather. So I figured I'd go ahead and make a video showing you guys everything that I'm going to be bringing with me. All right, guys, so we'll start here. This is the Everly Stock half-track pack. This is a nice 3-day pack in multicam. Have my RDS Tactical IFAC on the outside, my kill patch from my time in the Marine Corps infantry. And then I'll show you the inside. Super nice separators here on the inside. And then my favorite thing, on the outside, there's 2 bladder holders for 3-liter Camelback bladders. And then behind the bladders, there's even more storage behind the bladder holder that goes all the way down the length of the pack to the bottom. But there's no way for it to fall out at the bottom, so you can throw a lot of extra odds and ends on the sides here. And that goes for both sides behind the bladder holders, as well as the canteen holders at the bottom, or anything else you would want to shove down in there. Extremely solid pack. I already put it on, adjusted it, fits comfortably. I went around and policed up some of my straps with black electrical tape, as a lot of you military guys know in the field, to prevent the straps from getting caught on things. Up here on the top, there's already Velcro straps to wrap them up in. Extremely solid pack. I appreciate you, Everly Stock, and I appreciate you, RTS Tactical, for the high quality IFACs. All right, moving on from the pack, we have the 2 Camelback bladders. They're 3 liters apiece. That's 6 liters of water just in the Camelback alone. And then here we have the tarp that'll be used to build my shelter. I don't take a tent with me. I build shelters with tarps and then start fires, and then I use the fire for warmth while also utilizing my different warming layers and my bag. I'm super excited for this pack. This is a Corinthia Defense 6. I've seen a ton of European militaries using them on YouTube and testing them out down to like -5 degrees Fahrenheit, and they were still pretty cozy. And the comfort temperature can go a lot lower, but it shouldn't be that cold up there. If it does get that cold, I'm really excited to put this bag to the test. I hear nothing but good things about this pack. Moving on, I have with me my 6-auger M400 tread. This is what I'll be using to put down some coyotes and bobcats. Hopefully, it is a hunting trip as well as it is a camping survival trip. So I'm hoping that I get the chance to utilize it on some coyotes. Moving on from that, definitely my most important warming layer for when we're static. This, as a lot of you military guys are already going to know, is a Happy Top with the Primaloft insulation. This is the same one we use in the Marine Corps, just this is the Army's version. It's the gray that you see guys in the Army using. In the Marine Corps, we have the Coyote Tan Happy Tops. And to go along with the Happy Top, of course, are Happy Bottoms. These are the key outer layer in my cold weather system. Moving on from the Happy Top and Happy Bottoms to have my outer layer. This is what I'll be wearing during movements. I'll have this Polypro here, which is the same Polypro we were issued in the Marine Corps. I bought these brand new. This tops and bottoms, this will be the closest layer to my skin besides my normal underwear that I'll have on underneath. And then I'll have these on outside of the Polypro during all my movements. When we stop for breaks from moving, I'll throw in my mid layers. Maybe if it's cold, if it's too cold, this is a waffle top, and this is waffle bottoms, also Frog. Marine Corps issued, just bought them brand new online. Next, we have my Outdoor Vitals booties. One thing I've noticed is at night, especially in cold weather training and mountain warfare training up in Bridgeport, California, and in the field in Norway, my feet get super cold at night sometimes in the bottom of the bag, depending on how the insulation settles. These have the same insulation as the bag itself, and my Happy Top and Happy Bottom is Primaloft, and I'm hoping that these will negate my cold feet at night in the bag. These gloves here each take 4 AA batteries. They're heated gloves. They get extremely hot. USMC Grip Dot gloves. Bought these brand new online as well. And then 5 pairs of merino wool gloves, or socks, I'm sorry, for my feet. Moving on from the wool socks, we have a Norarm Tactical Isoft Black Balaclava. It's extremely warm. It's 90% merino wool. Super cozy. And then I have a Mountain Ops Grid Fleece beanie. Depending on which one I wear will depend on how strong the wind gusts are and how cold it actually is. Moving on from that, we have my gear sled for some extra firewood, some extra stuff Doc and I are bringing, because the pack is not going to be able to fit my entire gear loadout. Winter camping is bulkier, it's heavier, so it requires more weight, slower moving. And this deer sled, up to a mule deer size sled, can pull a ton of gear, and it can be tied down. And with 2 people switching off, and teaming up on the sled, it won't be that big of a deal. Moving on from the beanie and the balaclava, we have the Merrill Moabs. These are the winter edition, so they're thermo insulated, and they are extremely warm and they're extremely cozy. And they're waterproof entirely, and I'm really excited to try these out up there. In here, I have some crampons for these shoes. If there's not enough snow or ice to need to use the snowshoes, I'm going to put the crampons on the Merrills and rock those. Have a seal line, waterproof bag. I've used these in the field dozens and dozens and dozens of times. I've never had my electronics get wet in them. Emergency bivvy, you never know. 2 Nalgene's on a carabiner, coffee cup on a carabiner because I got to enjoy my coffee even out in the field. Normal Marine Corps issued ISO mat. I was going to get one of the ones that's a higher R rating for air, but I'm going to have my deer sled. The goal is to put pine on the ground after we build our shelter, fill the bottom with pine, put the sled on top of the pine, the ISO mat in the sled, and then the bag that I'll be in the sled as well. I've been in the field and I've camped in some pretty cold conditions, so I know what to expect, but I guess we'll see how the weather really turns up there. Some binoculars, field chair. Move on. In this case here, we have my DJI Mini 4 Pro. Get that open for you guys. I bought this case online. It's a lot warmer. I can put some hand warmers in there to keep the electronics warm, but really all I need to really worry about keeping extremely warm is the batteries. I'll keep those on me just to get some flight footage with the drone. Have a Fisker's axe or a hatchet to cut some firewood. A knife. That was a tray with a Swedish Marine when I was doing Operation Archipelago Endeavor back on my first deployment. I got this knife. It comes with a case, and it stayed sharp forever. AA batteries for the heated gloves back there. Water purification tablets. Two tablets per quart of water, and at 35 minutes. It makes the water good to drink. Doc is bringing the jet boil, so we'll also have a stove to boil water, if you were wondering. A life straw. Life straw is just another way to drink questionable water. There's the diagram on the outside. Have a map of the terrain, waterproof, weatherproof map. Bigfoot Bushcraft. I appreciate these. Let me get these open for you guys. As you can see, it has instructions on the inside. These are waterproof fire plugs and a fire starter. And I tried one of these out, and they burn for quite a while, and they are waterproof. Some black electrical tape, paracord to assist with building the shelter. Quite a few hand warmers because you never know. They're extremely helpful, and they stay hot for 10 hours. This is a PC-1D Dan Thompson game call. This is for predators. This is to call in coyotes and bobcats. Field silverware. Yeah, that is the gist of the gear. We're back to the beginning. Tripod for recording. But yeah, guys, I appreciate everything. A lot of preparation, money, and time has went into the preparations for this trip, and I'm extremely excited to get out there. So now I'm going to get all this stuff packed up and get everything ready for the trip coming up. I appreciate everything, guys. If you don't mind, please drop a like, a comment if you'd want, and subscribe. When I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll be doing the Everly Stock Switchblade giveaway. I appreciate everything, guys. Thank you. And guys, a couple more pieces of gear before this video comes to an end. We have the by Dark Energy, the Poseidon Pro. They call it the indestructible charger. Here's some of the information on the charger itself. It's been on charge for over 24 hours. It finally got full. It actually took more like 36 hours or closer, but it will easily charge my phone a few times on my trip. 2 times max is all I'll need anyhow, because it's my main recording device. Here's the charger itself. It's extreme. It's a good weight. It feels strong. You can tell it's well made. And then last but not least, maybe my most important piece of gear, my Garmin Tactix 7 AMO LED. Favorite watch I've ever owned, not just for fitness metrics, tracking your nutrition, your sleep, but also for the GPS that it has. Runs off satellite, all-time compass, tracks like your training statuses and everything, but we won't get into that for the sake of this being the gear list video. But this watch is absolutely no joke, and it will allow me to save waypoints to navigate in the mountains, but also have a map just in case. You never know, but high hopes for this watch and really looking forward to utilizing these tools. I appreciate everything, guys. Thank you for watching. Please drop a subscribe.